Get ready, scoopers, because the news cycle is absolutely exploding today, and we've got the absolute must-know updates hitting your screens right now. The pace is relentless, the stories are massive, and you absolutely do not want to miss a single second of what's coming your way. We're diving deep into everything that's making waves, from major studio announcements that will reshape your favorite universes to developments that are setting the internet ablaze. This is Sheeran Scoop, and we're bringing you the unfiltered truth, the inside track, and the hype you crave. First up, a titan of the screen is gearing up for a monumental return, and the details are simply jaw-dropping. We're talking about a universe-defining project that's just dropped its next chapter, and the anticipation is already through the roof. Get ready for the reveal that's going to have everyone talking. Then, we're shifting gears to another massive franchise that's solidifying its future with a brand new installment that's already generating incredible buzz. You'll want to be front and center for this one. We've also got a story that's pushing boundaries and setting new benchmarks in its industry, with implications that stretch far beyond the initial announcement. And finally, prepare for a development that's going to reignite fan passions and dominate conversations for weeks to come. Stick around, because this is the scoop you've been waiting for. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Sheeran Scoop, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. A new era dawns for the Man of Steel. Prepare yourselves, because the iconic hero is officially set to make his grand return to the silver screen in a highly anticipated sequel. This isn't just any follow-up. It's a confirmation of a new chapter in a beloved cinematic universe, with a title and release date that are already sending ripples of excitement through the fandom. The director, who has been at the helm of this rebooted saga, is doubling down on his vision, promising more of the action and character development that captivated audiences in the first installment. The announcement comes with a visual treat, original artwork from a legendary comic book artist, teasing the epic confrontations that lie ahead. James Gunn, the driving force behind DC Studios' current direction, has officially greenlit the sequel to this summer's blockbuster, titled Man of Tomorrow. Set to premiere on July 9, 2027, this film marks a significant step in the studio's ambitious slate. Fans can expect David Corenswet to reprise his role as Superman, the symbol of hope, and Nicholas Hoult to return as the formidable Lex Luthor, the brilliant but menacing antagonist. The confirmation of their return, alongside artwork featuring Luthor in his formidable warsuit, drawn by the esteemed Jim Lee, Chief Creative Officer of DC Comics, has fueled speculation about the narrative direction. Gunn himself is set to write and direct, juggling his responsibilities as co-running a studio with his passion for storytelling. This move solidifies his commitment to the character and the expanded DC universe. The first film, while receiving enthusiastic reviews and generating strong word of mouth, saw a somewhat modest box office performance, but its impact on the studio's future is undeniable. The sequel's placement in the 2027 release calendar is particularly noteworthy, as it will sit alongside other major tentpole releases, including Matt Reeves' The Batman Part II and Sony's Spider-Man: Beyond the Spider-Verse, promising a blockbuster-filled year for superhero enthusiasts. The summer box office, in general, has faced challenges, with several major releases failing to meet expectations, making the success of this new Superman saga even more critical for the industry. The studio is clearly betting on Gunn's vision to deliver a consistent string of hits, building a cohesive and engaging universe for fans. Fans are buzzing with anticipation, dissecting every detail of the artwork and speculating on plot points, particularly the inevitable clash between Superman and Lex Luthor. The return of key cast members and the clear nod to comic book lore have ignited a fervent discussion online. But is this the only major development shaking up the superhero landscape? Get ready, because we're about to dive into another massive franchise update that's got everyone talking. A new era dawns for the Man of Steel. Prepare yourselves, because the iconic hero is officially set to make his grand return to the silver screen in a highly anticipated sequel. This isn't just any follow-up. It's a confirmation of a new chapter in a beloved cinematic universe, with a title and release date that are already sending ripples of excitement through the fandom. The director, who has been at the helm of this rebooted saga, is doubling down on his vision, promising more of the action and character development that captivated audiences in the first installment. The announcement comes with a visual treat, two original artwork from a legendary comic book artist, teasing the epic confrontations that lie ahead. Filmmaker and DC Studios co-head James Gunn has officially confirmed the development of a follow-up to his recent Superman film, announcing that the sequel will be titled Man of Tomorrow and is slated for release in July 2027. This announcement, made via social media, included a striking image shared by Gunn featuring Superman and Lex Luthor in his warsuit, a piece of art created by DC Comics executive Jim Lee. The visual cue strongly suggests a central conflict between the titular hero, portrayed by David Corenswet, and his arch-nemesis, Lex Luthor, played by Nicholas Hoult. Both Corenswet and Hoult are expected to reprise their roles, alongside Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, and Wendell Pierce as Perry White, indicating a strong continuity from the first film. Gunn's previous statements suggested that his next project after Superman might not be a direct sequel, but would feature characters from that film. However, the confirmation of Man of Tomorrow as a direct follow-up, with Gunn returning to write and direct, signals a clear continuation of his vision for the Superman narrative. The first Superman film has achieved a significant milestone, crossing $600 million at the global box office, solidifying its position as the highest-grossing superhero film of the year and bolstering DC Studios' confidence in Gunn's leadership. The release of Man of Tomorrow, in July 2027, places it strategically within DC's upcoming film slate, following the anticipated Supergirl next year and James Watkins' Clayface in 2026. It will also precede Matt Reeves' The Batman sequel, scheduled for October 2027, creating a packed year for comic book movie enthusiasts. This strategic release pattern highlights DC Studios' commitment to building a robust and interconnected cinematic universe under Gunn's guidance. The film's title, Man of Tomorrow, echoes a 2020 animated film based on the Superman Birthright miniseries, but this live-action sequel is firmly rooted in Gunn's new DC Universe continuity, promising a fresh take on the iconic characters. Fans are eagerly dissecting the shared artwork and anticipating the narrative direction, especially the confirmed return of key cast members and the promise of Luthor's warsuit making an appearance. But what does this mean for the future of other major comic book franchises? Prepare yourself as we delve into another significant update that's poised to shake up the industry. A new era dawns for the Man of Steel. Prepare yourselves, because the iconic hero is officially set to make his grand return to the silver screen in a highly anticipated sequel. This isn't just any follow-up. It's a confirmation of a new chapter in a beloved cinematic universe, with a title and release date that are already sending ripples of excitement through the fandom. The director, who has been at the helm of this rebooted saga, is doubling down on his vision, promising more of the action and character development that captivated audiences in the first installment. The announcement comes with a visual treat, two original artwork from a legendary comic book artist, teasing the epic confrontations that lie ahead. James Gunn is officially steering the ship for a sequel to the recently released Superman, confirming the project's title as Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and setting its release date for July 9, 2027. This announcement was made by Gunn, who also serves as a co-head of DC Films, accompanied by a comic book image depicting Superman alongside Lex Luthor in his formidable warsuit, a piece masterfully drawn by Jim Lee, the chief creative officer of DC Comics. This visual element strongly hints at the continuation of the intense rivalry between Luthor and Superman. The speculation about a sequel had been mounting since the film's premiere, and these rumors were further solidified in August when Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav announced Gunn's return to write and direct the follow-up. The first Superman film, which saw the titular hero confronting unintended consequences from an international conflict orchestrated by billionaire Lex Luthor, garnered positive reviews and achieved a global box office total of $600 million, making it the highest-grossing superhero film of the year and reinforcing DC's faith in Gunn's creative direction. The cast, including David Corenswet as Superman and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, are expected to return, alongside Rachel Brosnahan, Eddie Gathegi, Anthony Carrigan, Nathan Fillion, and Isabella Merced, who also featured in the first installment. DC Studios' upcoming slate is robust, with Supergirl set to release on June 26, 2026, followed by James Watkins' horror project Clayface on September 11, 2026. Notably, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, will precede Matt Reeves' The Batman Part II, which is slated for an October 1, 2027 release, positioning both films within a month of each other and promising a significant year for DC's cinematic universe. This strategic scheduling underscores the studio's commitment to expanding its interconnected narrative. Fans are buzzing with excitement over the official title and release date, with particular attention paid to the artwork hinting at Luthor's warsuit and the confirmed return of key cast members. But is this the only major development shaking up the superhero landscape? Get ready, because we're about to dive into another massive franchise update that's poised to shake up the industry. A new era dawns for the Man of Steel. Prepare yourselves, because the iconic hero is officially set to make his grand return to the silver screen in a highly anticipated sequel. This isn't just any follow-up. It's a confirmation of a new chapter in a beloved cinematic universe, with a title and release date that are already sending ripples of excitement through the fandom. The director, who has been at the helm of this rebooted saga, is doubling down on his vision, promising more of the action and character development that captivated audiences in the first installment. The announcement comes with a visual treat: 2 original artwork from a legendary comic book artist, teasing the epic confrontations that lie ahead. James Gunn, a prominent figure at DC Films, has officially announced a sequel to his summer hit Superman 2024, which is set to be titled Superman, Man of Tomorrow, and is scheduled for release on July 9, 2027. Gunn revealed this exciting news on social media, accompanying the announcement with a classic comic book panel illustration by Jim Lee, DC Comics' chief creative officer. The artwork prominently features Superman standing beside Lex Luthor clad in his iconic warsuit, a clear indication that the sequel will delve deeper into the intense rivalry between these two iconic characters. This visual hint is particularly significant given that in the first film, Luthor's attempt to defeat Superman using a clone did not go as planned, suggesting a more direct and personal confrontation in the upcoming installment. Nicholas Hoult, who portrayed Luthor in the first film, is confirmed to reprise his role. The confirmation of Gunn's return to both write and direct the sequel was initially shared by Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav back in August, following the success of Superman. The film garnered over $600 million globally, establishing it as the highest-grossing superhero film of the year and reinforcing DC's confidence in Gunn's creative direction. Man of Tomorrow is strategically positioned within DC's revitalized film slate, scheduled to arrive after Craig Gillespie's Supergirl 2026 and James Watkins' horror-inspired Clayface 2026. Significantly, the Superman sequel will be released just before Matt Reeves' highly anticipated The Batman Part II, which is slated for an October 2027 release, making 2027 a landmark year for DC films. This strategic release plan underscores the studio's commitment to building a robust and interconnected cinematic universe. Fans are buzzing with anticipation, with the artwork serving as a strong indicator of future plotlines and the confirmed return of key cast members fueling excitement for the sequel. But is this the only major development shaking up the superhero landscape? Get ready, because we're about to dive into another massive franchise update that's poised to shake up the industry. And that's a wrap on today's explosive updates. We saw the Man of Steel gearing up for a major return in Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Then, we got the thrilling news about the Batman Part II officially kicking off its production. We also learned about the groundbreaking advancements in AI-powered diagnostics, potentially revolutionizing healthcare. And finally, the music world is buzzing with the announcement of a surprise collaboration that's set to redefine genres. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that like button, subscribe to Sheeran Scoop for all your essential news, and ring that notification bell. Plus, follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll see you next time with even more scoops.